Hey there, it's Keely and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. So today we are making the original Hunger Games characters, at least the main ones, in The Sims 4. So you may have already seen my video prior to this on making the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes, like Hunger Games prequel characters, at least a couple main ones. So if you haven't yet, feel free to check that out. I'll put a link around this time for you to click on it if you'd like to watch that. So, of course, if we're going to make Hunger Games characters in The Sims 4, we have to start with our main girl, Katniss. So, it's been a hot minute since I've watched all these movies, although they do cycle on TV if you actually still have cable. They do cycle sometimes. So, we had to go for the braids, and at this point, there's a lot more braids in this game than when the game first came out. But honestly, this one is like the best one that just came out with Horse Ranch, but the braid's on the wrong side. So, like every picture I looked up of Katniss, her braid is on the other side, but I don't really like the other braid, like single side braid that I have with the packs available. You'll see it in a second. I'm probably going up to scroll up to it right now. Yeah, this one. I just don't like it. I feel like it looks very like early Sims reminiscent, like, we didn't really have the skill to do more with the hair wispies and stuff like that. So like, yeah, that's the right side, but like I don't really like it. So we're just gonna pretend and we're gonna use the other one. You'll see in a minute. So here I am trying to fix up her face a little bit to get it to look more like Jennifer Lawrence. Um, but like I said, I'm not the best at this, so we're just having some fun and doing the best we can. Because my semester is starting soon, so I'm trying to have fun making videos while I can. But yeah, so just kind of fixing up some stuff here to try to make it look a little bit more like her. And like I said, we had to go back to this braid. It just looks so much better, at least in my opinion. Alrighty, so again, still cycling through the hair and me being indecisive and not being able to decide which one I like better. Alright, so there we go, Katniss Everdeen. Alright, so as for her traits, I put in here that I wanted her to be like the outdoor one that came with Outdoor Retreat, and that she likes nature enthusiasts and people who are, family oriented. I also put in that she enjoys, I guess I didn't put any skills in. Yeah, so I said hot-headed, that she loves the outdoors, and I also put her as we'll see, drum roll, because I don't even remember what the last trait was, because I made this a couple days ago, and apparently I have the short-term memory of a goldfish. Um, Adventurous, yeah, that sounds good. All right. But yeah, so here we go, putting in just a couple freckles, and now for her outfit. So a bunch of the outfits that she wears in this game are like athletic outfits or like super country, not country, but like District 12-esque outfits. So for this one, I went for more like her games type outfit or like an outdoorsy, but like not type of outfit. So I, there wasn't really anything that was like jumping out at me. So kind of just ended up going through all of the items that were black in the game to try to see if I could find anything that really stuck out to me. I was thinking about these costumes from Get Famous, but I just don't remember it looking like that. So I didn't really like that. I wasn't really a fan of that. It was too torn up, too cyberpunk, too everything else. So again, like I said, I just cycled through a lot of different things that had black in them to try to see what I liked the best with some type of like jacket outdoorsy type of combo. Um, so I went with this jacket, which is a little bit country, but still a little outdoorsy. Um, but yeah, so then we're gonna do something similar for her pants. Just looking for some like black outdoorsy pants. Um, Preferably with no rips on them or makeup brushes, as I clicked on that one from Get Famous. So yeah, just kind of cycling through, seeing what we can find. All right, so yeah, then we've got our hunt for the boots now. So just looking for some black boots, nothing too crazy. Ended up deciding on just some basic ones, nothing too wild. And so for most of the Sims, I'm only making one of their outfits, like their everyday outfit, but I had to make the dress. Like I had I had to do her formal outfit with the dress that catches on fire. Like I had to. There's plenty of really cool red dresses in The Sims, so like I had to do it. So I ended up looking up a picture of the dress and just kind of looked at a bunch of the other dresses in the game. Obviously these will not catch on fire as in the movie, but looked through a couple, and the dress from High School Years This one was the closest to the construction of the dress that I thought. Obviously, that one has a lot more tulle and a lot more like frilly elements and different details that this one doesn't have, but the overall shape is similar. So that's why I ended up going with that one. Just some light makeup, or I guess a little bit more than light makeup, but I'm looking for the right color red, and I was trying to mess with this slider thing to get it. I was fairly happy with this. A little bit of basic glam makeup for her. And then there's her everyday outfit. Alrighty, so we did Katniss. Of course, we have to do. I'm thinking I did Peeta next, but we'll find out. Alright, so fixing up the eyebrows. Oh, you know what? You know who this is? This isn't Peeta. This is probably Effie, although will make Peeta later. So I wanted to do a super fun outfit for Effie, but unfortunately, constraints. Nobody's made like a butterfly outfit in The Sims 4. Like, why would they need a butterfly outfit? So instead, I tried to look for the most ridiculous outfits I could find, and I wanted her to have this like curly hair, but I wasn't really liking the colors that this came in, to be honest. So I thought about using that, and I was like, nah, because her hair is more of like a lighter purple color. So I went with this one instead. I just kind of liked how this one layered better. So I gave her the world famous celebrity one, and cheerful because she's overly cheerful at times. And I also give her perfectionist and proper because she knows all those capital, do's and don'ts and stuff like that. And she's all about that fancy furniture and aesthetic and everything like that. So yeah, I looked through everything and Get Famous especially to see if there was any like just absolutely ridiculous off the wall kind of stuff that I could give her. Um, but nothing was really jumping out at me on first glance. But I did try this one because I liked the gloves that came with it. It was just a little bit too basic, a little bit too regular. You know what I mean? So yeah, I decided against that. And this dress does have like a little hat that matches with it. So I was like, do I do the hat? Do I not? But as you'll see later, I feel like it just doesn't really sit nicely with her hair. So I thought about using this dress because it was a little bit interesting, but the belt is too much. So we cycled through all of that stuff. So I thought, all right, maybe I can find something from Vintage Glamour. That was a bust too. So then it was kind of just look through every single shirt from every single pack that I have and hope that something looked cool enough, basically. Yeah, a little bit tedious. I even thought about doing that one with the fur coat, but I was like, I looked up some of her outfits and yeah, I wish I could have recreated the butterfly one, but it just was not in the cards. So here's that hat I was talking about, and I was like, no, because she always has like these interesting hair pieces, but there's like no hair accessories in The Sims 4. Like zero. None whatsoever. So that was out. Alright, so looking for some more skirts and stuff. This was just too, normal for me. I was like, no, this is something that somebody would actually wear. Like, this isn't ridiculous and like something off of like a ridiculous fashion runway or something. I was like, I need something a little bit more out there. So I went back to Get Famous to try to see if I could maybe use like the fur one or the one with the sleeves, but I didn't really like the colors that came with it. So then I was like, no. And then I stumbled upon this one. And I was like, you know what? We're going to go with this. So then I had to go with some gloves and stuff, just to some accessories to make it, you know, more Effie. I even thought about using some of these ridiculous little like stockings and stuff, but none of them looked right. I would have done her nails if you could see them through the stockings or the gloves, excuse me, if she didn't have them on. Gave her some little accessories, of course, for both wrists and a fancy watch. Of course, we got to do some rings and stuff. As for the shoes, I wanted something pink. And now for the makeup. I wanted something, pretty out there and pink for the makeup as well. So I thought this one looked pretty cool. And then, some pink eyeliner to make it fancy. And then I thought it was perfect. The one image I was looking at of her had her makeup done with like just lipstick right on the inner part of her lip. And I was like, I'm pretty sure The Sims has makeup like that. Of all the things to match Effie's like look, they have the makeup with like only the lipstick in the middle of your lip. So I gave her some fancy jewelry as well, in pink, of course, to go with this outfit. I wish those earrings came with the pink swatch that she had on previously, but they didn't. So I went back to these ones, and there she is. I thought she turned out pretty good. I looked back at the hat and I was like, nah, I don't like it. But yeah, there's Effie. That's my attempt at a Effie-esque outfit. All right, so now we're gonna do Peeta, and especially this like randomly generated sim that came. Honestly, I wouldn't say looks like him, but it was a good base to start with. Like I talked about previously in the other Hunger Games characters video that I did, the male hairstyles really are just not, they're just not good. So, I cycled through a couple and I was like, just none of them were really what I was looking for, to be honest. All right, so just kind of doing some of his uh, nose, hair color, all that kind of stuff, just basic face shape, trying to make this look like him to the best of my abilities. But, this is all in good fun, so. Okay, so just doing some more stuff to fix up his jaw, some eyebrows. Alrighty, so on to the next thing. Obviously, we gotta put in his name. So I gave him the soulmate one. He's looking for a soulmate, Katniss. She doesn't know it yet, but he really likes her. He's really generous, outgoing, likes art, likes baking, working at the bakery and everything like that. And I put painting too, since he's pretty good at that. So now for his look, I think I ended up going with the like all white outfit he has in one of the promotional posters. So I was looking through all the white, complete white like suit combos. This one looked pretty good, honestly. This one right here was pretty good. But I looked through the rest of them to see if there was anything else that really knocked my socks off, and the answer was no. None of them knocked my socks off. Here I was going back to his nose again for some reason. I don't know what I did that for. So now for the shoes, because obviously he's not going to keep those shoes on. I just went for a complete whiteout for the shoes and the outfit. All right, our next character is actually going to be, I believe, Cinna. So I was looking up some pictures for him, and just off the bat, remembering his character from the movie, I remembered he had, a pretty normal just appearance compared to some of the other stylists or compared to Effie in the game. And I wasn't sure what aspiration to give him, so I ended up doing the painting one, like design kind of ideas. So I gave him genius and creative, and I also gave him I'm trying to remember which last trait I gave him, the good trait for now. But anyways, the thing that kind of already came up off the bat when I was thinking about him was the gold like eyeshadow slash eyeliner that he had. That was kind of, like he had some like light makeup on, like most of the Capitol people did or the stylists, but just this little slight like gold eyeliner eyeshadow type thing. I remembered, so I was like, all right, cool. I know that that already comes as one of the makeup items you can have. So I was like, oh, perfect. That'll look great. So now we're kind of just working on those eyebrows before we jump in to seeing how the gold eyeliner is going to look and if it's going to look the way that I want it to. All right, so got to put in the facial hair, the stubble, everything like that. All right, so next thing, like I said, got to look for the makeup. Get rid of those silly filters so we could get just that nice little gold eyeliner type of deal. And I wish you could do, they really should make this. Maybe it's in other packs I don't have because I don't have all the packs, but like multiple sets of earrings because like he has multiple hoop earrings. You just can only do one hoop earring at a time, at least right now with the packs that I have. So I was looking through the hair, and this one was kind of the closest that I could find. So I ended up just kind of deciding on this one, unless something else jumped out at me, and nothing really did. But yeah, so just kind of finishing up some stuff there before jumping into his outfit. All right, so now it's outfit time. I wanted something refined, something really nice, something stylish, but I also wanted it in like a darker color. So I went through the styled outfits as per usual to see if anything really was, anything to write home about, but some of them were interesting to say the least. I definitely, there's some of these I just don't use. I actually clicked on that other one. That was not what I was looking for. This one wasn't bad. That one I did not want. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. I was like, it's okay, but not really what I was looking for. So just again, looking through all of the shirts that come in the color black and just continuously scrolling until I find one that I like. That's why these take so long, is because I'm just so picky. Not even that it turns out fantastic, but you know, I try my best. So I was kind of happy with this shirt for right now. Um, so now for the pants. Nothing too crazy, again, pretty basic. And some nice shoes. So we went for those, and then I wanted to give him like some type of jewelry as well, and I kind of stumbled upon that necklace, and I was like, you know what? That first one, I kind of liked it. We're gonna stick with that one. So that was the one I ended up deciding on. And I had to give him the rings. He had a couple different rings on, and then I saw those from Get Famous, and I was like, why not? I never use them. I never use that set of rings. So there's Cinna. He doesn't have a last name. So I randomized last names for a really, really long time, trying to find one that I thought fit him, and none of them were really my favorite. So eventually, I thought it was kind of funny. Lawrence came up, and I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? Alright, on to our next sim. So I just had to get rid of that mohawk. It was just too much for me. But yeah. So our next sim at this point is going to be Prim. So Primrose Everdeen, so Katniss' sister that originally gets selected to be in the Hunger Games. Sorry, I guess that's a spoiler if you haven't watched the movie, but I mean at this point, the first movie came out, what, like 12 years ago at this point? Yeah, probably. Okay, so she also has braids, similar to Katniss for the Reaping Day ceremony. So I tried out this one and then the newer one that came free, but I didn't necessarily like that one as much, so I just went back to the good old outdoor retreat braids. So now I went in and same old, same as usual, just kind of going and trying my best to update her facial features from the randomly entered sim that came up. Messing around with some of the eye shapes and things like that to figure out what I liked the best. Of course, the eyebrows. There's so many more eyebrow selections now than a couple years ago in the game. They've really added a lot more. All right, so as I'm doing some of this, just, you know, fine tuning, we'll end up getting into her outfit and her personality traits soon. I had her as a teen, where everybody else I had as a young adult. I did academic because she wanted to become like a doctor or something like that. And so I did generous and a cat lover because, of course. But yeah, so now we are looking for her Reaping Day outfit. So the white kind of button-up-esque like fancy shirt and a little like green skirt kind of. Which on first glance, when I looked at the picture, I thought it was khaki, but it's actually like a green with like some type of like floral, some sort of pattern on it. I did not realize that at the time. So I kind of just liked this shirt, to be honest, like a little sweater top. I thought it was cute. So I saw this one and I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then I realized that the skirt was actually green. So I was like, oh, okay, let's search up green, see what we can find. And I was like, you know what? I like that skirt. Okay, so now for the shoes, I gave her like those little shoes here with some socks, kind of like the see-through ones, because I imagine they might have like little frills or something on them, but of course the Sims doesn't have that. So forget about it. So if I'm making Prim, I'm gonna have to make her cat. So, you know, a little bit different. Not everyone in this video is actually a sim, as in a person. You know, we have to throw in our cat friend. So yeah, so just gonna get our cat friend in here, just putting in some little details, changing up the nose, figuring out those big ears. This cat was so pretty, like so fluffy. When I was looking at the reference photos, and then when I was also looking at them, I don't remember this. Do you guys remember this? That apparently the cat, I think in the first movie, is like black and white. The cat is very much not a black and white cat. Like Buttercup is very much a orange cat. And so then I was like, I was clicking through the pictures and I was like, wait a minute, is this real? Like the first cat, like actor cat was a black and white cat? And so I think it was. And then I guess they requested to have it changed to an orange cat as described in the actual novel, which, makes sense. Orange cat, buttercup, kind of fits with the name. So I tried out a couple different colors for the little stripies that I wanted to put on the cat. Wasn't too happy with the first couple iterations, but after some trial and error, I thought it turned out okay. Just gotta fix up and put some little white fur on Buttercup's mouth, and of course the little socks. Love me some socks. I feel like they're just so cute on cats. Gotta fix up the little paws. We can see the toe beans. So after Buttercup, I believe, yeah, I think there's only one more sim that I'm making. And try to guess in your head and see if you can figure out which sim I'm making. He's kind of important, and I haven't made him yet. So maybe you can guess it. But there's Buttercup. So if I could give like a little notch in Buttercup's ear, I would. But I cannot. The Sims has limitations. Alrighty, so whiskers, and last minute look at the eyes. And that is our friend Buttercup. Although Buttercup is actually not that friendly to many people other than Prim. Okay, so you probably guessed it, but we're going to be making Haymitch, of course. Our local friendly neighborhood drunk. So yeah, so I was looking for like a longer hairstyle, which the Sims loves just making like feminine hairstyles and then just being like, yeah, you could put them on male Sims if you want. And it's like, I mean, I could, but like, how well are they gonna fit? But this one works, so whatever. Haymitch is gonna rock it. Unfortunately, there is no like drunk trait in The Sims, because if there was, he would have it. But yeah, alas, there is not. So here I am again working on his facial features and stuff like that. And I was trying to think about what traits I wanted to give him since, like I said, there is no drunk trait. But yeah, I put in a couple wrinkles. Haymitch has been through. He's been through it. He knows it. He's done it. He's not about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as we near the end. Stay tuned for more videos on my channel, and like I said, feel free to watch that other Hunger Games prequel Create a Sim video if you haven't seen it. Now, for his traits, like I was talking about, so I thought about doing hot-headed, but then I was also like, lazy. That might work too. Definitely not proper, to say the least. So I ended up going with lazy, like grody and hot-headed. And then for his aspiration, I gave him the one from Horse Ranch, the one where you wanted to like make a bunch of nectar, since, of course he's gonna want to drink a lot of quote-unquote nectar. But yeah, so now we're looking for the outfit. I thought about doing like a Horse Ranch type of outfit for him, at least at the beginning when I was looking through outfits and stuff. But I was a little indecisive, and I was like, yeah, definitely no cowboy boots, I don't think. Boots, but not cowboy boots. So I thought about this outfit, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. Maybe it'll work. Like, female Sims are just so much more fun, in my opinion, to make, because then I can do, like, makeup, and I can give them the little CC eyelashes. They just look so cute. It's just less exciting for the male Sims, Alrighty, well, as we now are getting, like I said, to the end of the video, I'll probably go through and show you just a quick blurb of all the characters again so you can get a nice look at them. Like there's Buttercup. But yeah, so as we go through all the characters, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think or give ideas for another video. Bye!